I'm gonna focus on something I've mentioned before, and but I really want to get in a little more detail about it, and that is the pharmaceutical companies and drugs and stuff like that, like over-the-counter drugs. First off, we want to understand that the majority of medicine is discovered through our use of plants, our study of plants, so that's basically all our medicines are based off plants. I've read somewhere that there's this pharmaceutical rep, and they were exploring like South America and stuff, and they'd go upon these villages, and the local medicine man would know all the plants and herbs, and he would teach these missionary people, or what they would consider missionary people, the pharmaceutical reps, which plant did what, and then they'd take samples back, and then and then they make their compounds in the synthetic form, so you can't grow it or do it yourself. So then years later, this guy that did that, he goes back. I guess he had a spiritual awakening and stuff, and whatever. He wanted to go back and really get into this medicinal plants and that kind of alternative healing. He goes back though, and the medicine man isn't using those plants anymore because the missionaries came and told him that using all that was work of the devil or whatever. And so then, they start using pharmaceuticals. That part, whatever, here or there. The whole point is, everything is plant-based. Now, we have pharmaceutical companies that produce a lot of pills for a lot of different things. The majority of the things they're producing them for, really, you don't even need it. Alright, depression, anxiety, all that stuff. There are ways to deal with that stuff. A lot of people are stressed out. Why? Because you got too much stuff on your plate. That's why. You're sitting here chasing an American dream, and it's too much for you. And it's because it's unnatural. So anyways, pharmaceutical companies are evil. Alright? And I'll tell you why I know how they're evil. Because while they put in millions and millions of dollars towards to uphold marijuana prohibition, at the same time they're trying to produce all these alternatives, like Marinol, synthetic THC, and also now they're coming out with the T-Vex, which is they're actually using real THC from a plant. Of course this will be prescribed by a doctor and all that stuff, so you won't be able to, grow it and just, smoke weed. So, they always got to make a profit. I would always recommend not taking any over-the-counter drugs. Over-the-counter drugs, for one, they don't cure anything. Some relieve your symptoms, but so much garbage in them, you don't even know what it is. And there's other ways you could relieve your symptoms, believe me. If you ever watch TV, you'll notice that almost every commercial break there is a commercial for pharmaceutical cure. For your depression, your whatever, your cholesterol, your blah blah blah. If you notice though, usually on the same commercial break, there's also a lawsuit thing going on where they're saying, have you had suffered kidney failure from using whatever, or have you had suicidal thoughts, or kind of tells you something, don't it? Here, try these drugs. Oh, you got a lawsuit, and it goes on and on. It's always a new drug too. It ain't the same thing. It's always a new one. If you did this, you got fucked up. All right, come get your money and shut the fuck up. And that's the way it is. And that's how it. what's so evil about it, especially that our government allows it, and at the same time doesn't allow people to medicate themselves naturally, you know. You know, these people are getting hurt. A lot of people are getting hurt, and all these people got to do is just dish out a little bit of the money that they made to wipe it all away, you know. If a drug dealer sells somebody something, they know you sold it to them, and then it fucked them up, and they die. You'd be in deep ass shit. You'd be in manslaughter or murder. If the pharmaceutical companies do it, they just gotta pay a little bit of money. You know, they're making so much money, it don't even matter. So, anyways, I'm rambling. Whole point is, pharmaceutical drugs usually do more harm than good. And I would advise not taking them at all, unless absolutely necessary. Even then I would, you know, check out all their alternatives, you know. And over-the-counter drugs, what's the point in them? They don't cure anything. They don't, you know, tough it out, I say. Make you stronger anyways, you know. We got to give our immune systems a chance to fight their own diseases and whatever. And if you don't exercise them, they get weak, just like any other part of you. If you don't use it, it gets soft, it gets weaker, not as effective. So that's my take on that. Pharmaceutical companies, evil corporations that spread sickness and death and make a lot of money doing it. So let's stop using them.